This is our 1984 FLHX. And for anybody who didn't catch the earlier videos, they made the FLHX in white and black. This is a black one. Harley Davidson's own literature at the time, which I had forgotten about when I first made the very first initial video of this, stated in Easy Rider that they were only going to make 600. So who knows what their literature says today. That's prone to change, but that's what they said back in the day in '84. Because I used to get all the Easy Riders religiously, as I was a young kid at the time, and read every one. So it is very stock, except for we put the police solo seat, which was a cluster of BS, but we made it work. They're not supposed to fit. The late '84 frame is very different from the '82 to early '84 frame. The bottom of the seat tube is a D at the bottom instead of a round hole. So they had to make a plug in the shape of a D, which is a lot harder to do. But they did it, had to be welded in. They put a new old stock 45 seat post. I must have got one of the last two in the country. Very difficult. It is a factory seat T, not a reproduction. Even the spacers and everything are all Harley Davidson. A lot of money for a seat, police seat on. I personally like this seat. Graham, the customer who bought this from me, requested one with skirts. Graham, if you don't like this seat, I'll put one with skirts on for you. Just let me know. I've done my best for this for you, Graham. Our customer, Graham, had requested I put it in top shape. He paid me fairly good money for the bike. Well, putting it in top shape has cost me an additional $4,000. So basically, I gave you the bike for free. So I'm done. It's as good as I'm going to get it. The rest is all you. Our roads here in Los Angeles are incredibly bouncy. The windshield broke. The speakers about fell out. The radio really needs to be replaced. So that's all you. It's got power going to the speaker. The radio's toast. They were no good back in the day. You need to see a radio guy at home and put a brand new high quality radio in the thing. And that way you got a warranty at home. Because anything I do here, it's not going to be any warranty for you. And it'll probably break again. The stereos, at least at the time, were notorious for going down the road and breaking in a couple of weeks. But maybe a high-end stereo today might actually last, but you'll have a warranty at home. So, I initially had Larry Settle go over this machine for me. Unfortunately, every machine that I still have of his that he's done, we have to completely redo. About a year or so ago, he decided that it's better off to just take my money and not do what he told me he did, just do pretend work. So, Larry had stripped the sheet metal off this bike, and all shovel heads, you have to check out the top end. They're always toast. Low miles, they're always toast because nobody maintains them. What that means is that you have rubber manifolds that get old. Every 6 months, you've got to replace the rubbers in a manifold like religion. Or you get a manifold leak, which promptly blows your head gaskets, which promptly blows your top end. Always, every time, no exception. That is what a shovel head is. It's part of maintenance. If you don't maintain it, and nobody does, the top ends are always toast. So we always yank the top ends off. Well, Larry decided to take the top end off, I saw it, and not clean it, and just reassemble it dirty. So the second we put any distance at all on the bike, less than 10 miles, leaking from every gasket, including the head gaskets. And so I had Duncan retake apart the top end and do a valve job and re-ring it, standard bore. And now the top end's right, and carb's properly jetted, and of course Larry's guy forgot to put on a couple trims, which Graham had requested, so we had to put on front spears there, and we had to time and tune it because electronic ignition promptly went out. Shovelheads are prone for that. So going over the bike and rechecking Larry's work, and redoing the top end after the fact, cost me $4,000. Thanks, Larry. Appreciate it. So it is the special edition Electric Glide, as you can see here. So we had all the lights working. I just fired it up. They're notoriously cold-blooded. We lost the tail light right here again. Graham, that's you, buddy. I'm done. I've dropped another $4,000 on the bike. It's going to break again by the time you get it. It's an old shovel head. They're notorious for breaking. I'm sorry, they're high maintenance machines. It's worse than a beautiful girl on a drama queen diet. They're rare, they're cool, but shovel heads are high maintenance. So I did my best. I'm done. I can't do any more. But it's a beautiful bike. The Speedo, when we got it, had 18,000 on it. I have no idea if that's the correct Speedo. I had to rob it for another project because it took us 8 months to get the sheet metal detailed by my painter who got sick. And I had another Speedo rebuilt, and somehow between here and there somebody busted a little tang here, so I can't put the little trip meter on it for you, Graham. I'm sorry. I did my best. But the windshield broke. I'll send another original windshield. The original ones, you can't see through them anyhow. They make reproductions from V-twin. And the speakers about fell out on me on the freeway. Just getting her back from San Jose. I don't want to take it back to San Jose and break something else. I got mechanics in LA that will do anything more than take money and pretend to work on a bike. They all suck here. That doesn't mean they don't know what they're doing. This is the worst part. They actually know what they're doing. They refuse to actually do the work that you contracted to them. They'd rather steal the money from you. The one exception is Dan in Long Beach. He's an excellent mechanic. It just takes him forever to get any bike done. I've had 2 bikes sitting there since November. They're still not done, Dan. They're still not done. Waiting on my bikes, Dan. So here's some initial stuff on this bike. This is the original paint bike. Those are the original emblems that stick on. 84 is the only year shovel head with the motor number under the rear barrel. If this was an 83, the motor number would be under the front barrel. Only very early 83s had it on the motor. I've only seen a few of them in the standard shovel head position. Here, most of your shovel head motor numbers were here. When they changed it over to the left side, this is called a 4-star motor. And of course your frame numbers are here. You have the Federal label down there. That's all stock. So this is for Graham here. We cleaned off the caps and the original points cover here. Those were just stickers. You're gonna have to check eBay, buddy. We can't find them anywhere. Hard to find accessory items. We could be looking for the next couple of years. They'll show up eventually, but that's all eBay stuff. That's where you're going to get it. So, very cool Harley accessory sticker there, still in good shape. And a very cool Harley accessory sticker here on the coil, still in good shape. This is a bone stock bike. We had to rip the sheet metal off because by the time I got it back, who knows, when I bought it, don't know, but by the time I got it back, it was scratched everywhere. So we yanked the sheet metal. Larry Sutter did that. Then I had to pay Duncan to go over it again and take it to my painter, Rick Rendell, one of the best in the world, to polish out. We didn't repaint it, we polished it. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. It's not a repaint, guys. It's the original paint bike. So don't let anybody tell you difference. But Rick has emphysema now from years of painting and smoking cigarettes and whatever else he's been smoking. Don't know. Didn't ask. But he's a dear friend. I've known him for 30 years. But he gets sick with emphysema, and he got sick for 8 months. And his paint job languished at Rick's house for 8 months. Nightmare. So anyhow, the keys are here. Okay, we got beautiful original controls, grips, everything. That's original handgun air cleaner, original floorboards, crash bars, etc., etc. That is an accessory light there. We're going to fire it up, show you that all the lights and systems are working. And again, Graham, if you don't like this seat, personally, I love it. I think it fits this bike just beautiful. We'll trade it out for a less patinaed skirted seat. I think that's cool. That seat is just awesome. It's nice and soft and supple. You know, not crinkly or nothing. The seat's in really nice shape, and it's an early one. Very cool. So, see here? This here is black leather. The later ones were brown under here. This is a 50s seat. So if you don't want it, no problem. Just let me know. I'll give you one of my later skirted seats. We got plenty. So, we're going to fire it up right now. We're going to walk around with the camera and test the systems and all that sort of stuff. Just let your shovel head warm up, especially in FLH. They're horribly cold-blooded with the stock carburetor and can. That's why it all came off. They don't run very good. But we got it dialed in as best we can. We're going to flip on the blinkies and all that sort of stuff right now. It might help if I turn the gas on too. Always helps, turn the gas on. Right, Blanky? Get that at all? Another joke. I don't know what Duncan used to seal this top end with, but it smells just like my brand new 1981 lowrider. Just like it when it warms up. Brings back memories. Just like a brand new bike. That's incredible. I haven't smelled that smell in years. But they do not like to idle forever, so we'll start it up again. So when they do the radio, they gotta loosen these bolts here. Okay, it's mounted. 3 mounts. Got 2 more bolts for your windshield ram. That's it. I gotta yank this all off to put your radio in. So I'm gonna let you put the windshield in. I'm sending because it'd probably break by the time it gets there, just like this was. So I'm gonna send it with it. Can wrap it up. Tell me where to send it. It's all you, man. So with these here and this here, it's got power. Basically, put yourself a new system in. That way you got warranty. It's a radio. Let a radio guide you. This is as good as I can make it, pal. It's just a shovel head. It's an old bike now. I did my very best. Hope you like it. She's a hell of a machine. See you guys in the next one.